Everyone, welcome back. I feel like these meetups I keep posting on here are like my official therapy sessions to help me get through the day and feel better about it. Welcome back though. So as usual, I try to choose a topic that's on my mind, something that's relevant to what's going on in my life. And recently I've been feeling burnout and depression. Not like a high amount of depression. Well, I mean, sometimes you can't tell, right? It just feels like, the world's gonna end. There's nothing you can do about it. And sometimes I do feel that way. Like the world is ending. My world is ending. But I know the trickery of depression and anxiety and, feeling like shit when you should not feel bad about anything at all. Like, there's certain things in the world we can't control. And we're always trying to set up missions to get things done. By the way, excuse me. By the way, I'm listening to Calmvania, the relaxing side of Castlevania music. So if you type that into YouTube, that's what I'm listening to. You hear it later and you're like, I wonder what that was in the background. It's relaxing Castlevania music. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, but we have these like missions in life. A lot of people do. And some people don't. That we want to fulfill. Like, or things you're like, man, like, I work at a pizza joint, but I bet this job's so easy I could run it by myself. So you try to like do something, on your own. You try to be an entrepreneur. And that's your mission in life, I can do better what they're doing. Even though they're a worldwide known franchise or something like that. Or maybe they're not. I feel like comic books are like that, Like that's why I'm creating comic books. It's because it's like, man, I see so many comic books being printed, and it's like, oh god, who did this? And it's never like, it's not of quality, or how do I put this? Like, it's not that the art is bad, or sometimes the art and the writing aren't like the greatest, but sometimes I'm just like, how did this person get hired and this story get approved? But if I turned something in and it got turned down, then how does that make any sense to my mind? Because I have a mission in life, and my mission in life is simply to just get my comic books published and then fuck off. Like that's been my mission for the past year. And everyone knows this who listens to these, the few people who grant me their time and do these, explorative videos with me. Cleaning up art right here while I talk into the microphone. I should just screen capture this and make this the video. How someone wastes their fucking time cleaning up art because they're so hell-bent on not doing digital and being old school. But as I was saying, yeah, that's my mission in life. I just, and like, here it is right now. I just want to finish these comic books that I'm working on. I'm really close. I'm not, I thought I was going to be on the last issue, but there's like a little bit more story I want to tell. So I'm kind of on the second to last issue. I lied to myself, but I just want to get these published, and whether I make money on them or not does not matter to me. It is inconsequential to the process, right? And people are going to say, well, that's nuts. Like, why would you want to waste all that effort to do something and then not become like successful at it? And it's not that I don't want those things too, but that's not why I did it, right? The mission was to see if I could do it and not to let anything hinder me from doing it. And so far, I've been very successful at that. Very successful indeed. I mean, I'm over 150 pages or something, maybe even more, into this journey. And I don't want to stop, to be honest, but part of me also does. Because it's fucking time consuming, and it hurts. Like, it hurts to waste 8 hours on a comic book page, and then just your mind telling yourself, like, ah, shit. It's not good enough. Quit. You know, don't. Everyone thinks you suck. Nobody likes your artwork. You know, all the things I said in the last video on why you hate your art. And I go through that process every time. Every single time I do a page. So if I've already done 200 pages, I have gone through hating my artwork over 200 times. You know, it's been over 200 times where I'm just sitting there killing myself after I do my day job. I come and do the artwork. I'm dead ass tired. And then all of a sudden, you know, it's just like, fuck this. I hate this. I hate my artwork. I hate all of this. Quit. Just stop. Stop doing this to yourself. And maybe, you know, I think every artist is sensitive in that capacity. Like, every artist, you know, because you don't know. First off, you never know when you're done with the drawing. You're like, is that good enough? Is it too much? Is it too little? Does it kind of match up with the, you know, how much relevant detail I give to everything else? Right? And I gotta go to the next song. This is a little too happy for me. I'm talking about deep shit. Fucking, what was it called? A Fleeting Respite. Fuck you, Donna Sara. Okay, so anyway, no, this one sucks too. There we go. Love this song. Alright, so what the fuck was I saying? God damn it. Oh, tired. Because I'm tired now. So yeah, you know, I'm tired. And it's like, I just want to give up so bad. But I'm so close to the end, it's like, at this point, why would I bother stopping? Like, I did so much effort and work. Like, it would be foolish to stop at this point. Complete insanity. And I know this. My brain knows this. But it still tells me, like, no, give up. You suck. Nobody cares. So anyway, back to the mission. And this is the mission. It's to just get published. You know, see if anyone likes it. And then maybe down the road, do another one. You know? Because the next big project I want to do is I want to write a novel. Well, I've already written novels before, but I want to write specifically a Western. And that'll be, you know, the next mission. But for right now, finishing these comic books is. So anyway, I've been thinking about this a lot because, like, I was supposed to go to work this whole week. I was supposed to be at work. I just got hit with this super moody, woe is me, type of feelings, because it just seemed like everyone in my life was pissing me off, and they were all, being selfish, thinking about themselves, and just treating me like garbage. And I try to live by, like, I don't want to argue. Like, I'll even let you win the argument if we just stop arguing right now. Like, you can have the win. I don't give a fuck. No ego. No trophies of, oh, I won. You had to give in and cave to me. And it makes me feel good knowing that you had to admit you're wrong. I don't like any of that shit. I don't even care. I'll say I'm wrong a million times, whether I am or not. I don't care. But I like to be relaxed and not fucking waste my life arguing, because I look back on it, a lot of it, and I'm like, man, I argued with so many times with that ex-girlfriend and my mom and whoever, and it's like, man, I wasted so much time just arguing with them about nothing, and they never changed their minds. And I never felt good afterwards. I never felt like I accomplished anything. I felt like we wasted a bunch of time. So I don't do that anymore. I let them have the win. Good for you. Bravo. I'll clap. You beat me. I give up. And the reason being is because when you have no ego, you're free to do anything, right? When an artist creates art, it's not their ego that's talking to them about, like, oh, your art sucks. It's just simply the mission to be successful at it. You just want to be successful at the thing you're putting so much energy into. I mean, it's like that guy, Vociferous or Paciferous, I could look up his name, but the guy who keeps rolling the ball up the hill. Let's just look it up. Guy who keeps rolling ball uphill. Sisyphus. You're just rolling that fucking ball, man. And it just keeps falling down. But you're like, no, it's gonna happen one of these times. I am gonna make it to the top of the hill. I am fucking Sisyphus. I don't know who I am. But I get that all the time. And when I had to go to work this week, I was so just mentally beat up that I told myself I can't be in front of people this week. I can't function like a normal human being. Like when you go to work, especially if it's a desk job like mine is, and people are like, why aren't you talking to me? Why? I mean, we're both on lunch right now. We're both here. Why aren't you talking to me? He must not like me anymore. Now I'm gonna go tell everyone. Because, just wanting to be alone when you're not on calls at work, that's too much to ask for. Or just wanting to be alone, period. Like, I can't do work this week, please. Where is the paperwork I need to fill out that says unable to perform duties due to mental anguish and despair? Like, you can't, that doesn't exist. Because if you're not a productive member of society, then you're nothing. You're nobody. You're a loser. Right? The real struggles. First world struggles. So anyways, I just want it to be alone. And I'm craving being alone more and more these days. As, you know, as I said, I'm a really relaxed person. I don't like to be around people who stress me out. I don't care if it's the most minuscule thing in the world, like we can't figure out where we want to eat dinner. I don't want to be around you. Let's just get whatever. Because stress right now is too much. The mission to finish these comic books right now, it's too much. But it's all that matters, right? So when I think about my job and you're like, how are you able to call out for a whole week and nothing happens to you? Well, I can't really talk about it specifically. I'll just say there's like a grace period in my work for something going on right now. And that's all I'll say. But that's why I was able to do it. So I took it. I took the opportunity to take that time off. It's probably going to look weird. Everyone's like, where's he at? And then when I show up a week later, they probably already had like considered like, oh, he quit or he was fired. And then I just show up. And I get anxiety from that. Looking weird in workplaces like that like, you know, oh, where was he for the whole week? That was weird. This guy's weird. Oh God, I love this song. This is the main piano theme to Lords of Shadow 2. The main menu music to Lords of Shadow 2. It's so good. But the thing is I've dealt with these consequences so many times of like, oh, I might lose a job, you know, and my work history is spotty would be an what is that called? Not an exaggeration, an understatement of the year. And that's because ever since, you know, I've started doing these comic books, like I just don't fucking care about any of these jobs. I don't care about moving up your company ladder. I don't care about making friends at work. I don't care about any of that stuff. What I care about most is getting these comic books finished. And people aren't a part of that equation, right? And I have friends, and I have good friends. Like, I have really good friends. They always do a lot for me, and I try to reciprocate. Even though I'm not, you know, always in a situation where I can. But I'm like Batman, man. You know, if you're not with me in stopping crime in Gotham City right now, then get out of my way. Get out of my way. Because I'm going with or without you. The problem is, do you want to hang out here in the gloomy Batcave, or do you want to suit the fuck up and go with me? Because I got my mask on now. And I am going with or without you. Right? And that's my mentality. That's how it's been for the past 2 weeks. It's like, you're not with me? Get the fuck out of my way. And I don't mean it in a negative, mean way. It sounds mean. And maybe it is a little mean. But it's only because of the determination I have to just succeed, man. And fulfill the mission I set out for myself. And I think, you know, I remember one time Billy Corgan was talking about Darcy Retsky, the bass player of the Smashing Pumpkins. And he's like, you know, the reason why she didn't come back for this reunion is because to her, this is a job. But to me, this is who I am. This is what I live and breathe and die, rock and roll. And you don't want to be trying to succeed in those differences, you know. You want to be succeeding in equality of, no, we're in this together. We're going full speed. Let's go. Let's go. And that's where my headspace is at. The mission. But I get not everyone can do that. Like all my friends, man. All of them. Except for like one or two. It's kind of different, but I'll say all of my writing buddies or friends who want to write or something like that. Like they'll always say, "Oh, I'm gonna try and write this weekend," and then I'll get on my PS4 and I'll see what they're doing that weekend. They're playing video games all weekend long. And then the next time I talk to him, be like, "So did you get any writing done?" I already know the answer, but I ask him anyways because I am a dick sometimes. Did you get any writing done? They're like, "No, you know, I got busy." You know, this thing came up. I was talking with my girlfriend, right? And then it'll be 5 years later, and it's like, you still haven't gotten any of it done. You haven't written a single fucking word in half a decade. You've been telling me, "Oh, I want to write. I want to do this. I want to do this." Man, if only I had the time. And every night I see them on their Xbox or PS4, just same shit every night. And the problem with that is I don't relate to those people anymore. Like, it's getting more difficult for me to relate to my friends who don't do anything with their lives, because we don't see our free time as the same thing anymore. I am driven like a mad person to get this done, to succeed, like a nut. And you are in La La Land. You want to play PlayStation and, you know, stay home and shove your mouth full of bad food and just all the things. It's just like, ugh. And I know I'm being judgmental and I know I'm being harsh, but I am not trying to project it onto them. That's why I don't like say anything to them. It's like, all right, well, you'll get it done when you get it done, I guess. Whenever that time comes, and it's never too late anyways, right? But I don't try to, like, you know, get down on them for not doing it. I mean, I'll remind them. I'll be like, "Hey, you haven't written in, I thought you said you're gonna get some writing done or something," you know, like casually ask them. I'm finding it harder to relate to people when they don't have the same sort of drive that I do. And I remember too, and this is another, you know, oh no, another celebrity, but it's true. You know, Kobe Bryant, before he passed away, R.I.P., he said, they're like, "Oh, you know, why don't you like this and that or blah blah blah." I forgot what they asked him, something about people. I don't remember if it was his family, or he told them, he's like, "The reason I don't do that with those people, I don't mess around with them," he's like, "because I don't relate to them. They don't have the same drive that I do in life to get things done." Like, maybe it was like a sponsor or something, you know, like, oh, they keep playing around, or like whatever it was, you know. But he's like, I just don't relate to them because they don't have the same drive that I do. And they don't look at the world the way I do. And he's like, I look at it like I need to go practice. I need to get better. I need to, fulfill the obligations I set for myself instead of dicking around. PS4 is always going to be there, man. And it is good to take breaks. But it's not good to linger when there's shit to be done. And I know I'm sounding harsh. I'm sounding probably like a dickhole right now. And I am. Maybe I am. And I'll accept that. If what gets people up and off the couch is me telling them how it is, then fine. But check this out. I'll tell you this. If you hate your job, quit it. I'll tell you this. Todd McFarlane, bless his black, spawn-ridden heart. His hell-ridden heart. The damn atheist that he is. Which there's nothing wrong with. But, I remember when Todd McFarlane would say, here's the difference between the employee and the entrepreneur. Right? Because I listen to certain people who I know genuinely are just giving advice, just genuine advice. And Todd McFarlane is one of those people. I listen to everything he fucking says. Because he's always so good at everything he does. He's always been successful. He's fucking amazing. But he said the difference between an entrepreneur and the employee is if the employee is told to jump off the cliff, right? They're gonna go look over the edge and say, is there anything down there to catch me? Is there anything safe? Is it safe? How do I know I should do this? Is it okay? Right? That's the employee. Worried, struggling with the desire to follow through, stuck on, not sure which way to go, right? All the things. And then Todd says, but the entrepreneur backs up to get a fucking run so they can jump as far as they can off the cliff. They're not going to ask any questions. Oh, you want me to jump off a cliff? Boom, let's go. That's where I'm at. I don't care. I don't need any safety nets to catch me. I don't need these jobs. Oh no, I lost a job. Well, I'll go fucking replace it, man. I don't care. They all pay the same shitty amount. Am I really losing something? Am I really losing something? No, I'm not. I'm not losing anything of value that I can't replace the very same day. There's so many jobs that will hire me on the spot. So the only thing that matters, right, getting back to it, is the mission. I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't need the safety net. I will jump off a cliff. Right? Because here's the thing, and this is another thing Todd said, and I agree with. When all those people would ask the Image Boys, when Image Comics left Marvel, I'm sorry, when the creators of Image Comics left Marvel, there were 7 of them, they left and they formed a company, Image Comics. And they made millions of dollars, and they were successful, and Image is still going today. And then there were other people, when Todd would approach him and be like, hey, why don't you come to Image? I'll let you do blah, 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 whatever. Spawn, whatever. And they would say, what if I get blacklisted? And Todd would say, how much is your page rate? And they'd tell him, and he'd say, well, I'll give you triple. And they say, yeah, but what if I get blacklisted for Marvel or DC? by going to Image. And Todd's like, let me ask you a question. Do you have a girlfriend? No. Do you have a car? No. Do you own a house? No. Then what have you got to lose? Because I promise you, if you come and work today, you'll still have no car, no house, and no girlfriend. I mean, what have you got to lose? And I think about that all the time, right? Because that was the mentality of them when they created Image Comics. At least for Todd it was. I'm willing to throw all of this shit away just to go do this thing. And I sympathize. And I feel the exact same way. I am willing to throw every career choice in the world away to climb the company ladder at any job, to get stuck in an office doing laborious, boring, life-draining work every single day of my life for 50 years, and then you get like this little golden watch and a pizza party at the end. Woohoo, you did it! 50 years! You're the best. Right? I ain't gonna do that. What the fuck? Why would anyone want to do that? Why would anyone want to throw away their life? 40 to 50 hours a week doing that. When they could go out and take a chance and do the thing that really makes them happy. Do the thing that actually fulfills them, their mission in life. Why wouldn't you do that instead? Why the fuck would you do the other thing? And that's the truth. You know, at this point, especially like our day and age, like my generation, millennials, ooh, the most dangerous generation on earth. Right next to Gen Z. Why the fuck? You know, wouldn't you? Because every job, even if you have a degree or not, pays shitty amounts of money. And if you go to college, then you're getting paid more, sure. But in the long run, you're still losing all that money paying off your college tuition. You're still losing all that money, no matter what you do. So it's like, why wouldn't you take the chance in this day and age? Because I gotta tell you, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the chance. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now with this goddamn bullshit at work this week. The anxiety of going back and knowing everyone's gonna be like, well, where's he been? That's weird. He didn't quit, you know, and I know how it's gonna look when I go back in there. And I don't care. I don't care. Because I know in 5 years from now, whether my comics become successful or not, I will have fulfilled the thing I wanted to do. And they'll still be sitting there in that stupid fucking office, living a life with zero happiness, zero fulfillment, zero worth of anything. By the way, these speed lines or whatever, these are pre-made. So it's not like I didn't draw them, they're just pre-made. Oops. But that's what I mean, like, I don't get it, like, or people who follow in their dad's footsteps. Like, I'm gonna be just like my dad. My dad was a plumber, an engineer or something. It's like, why? Why don't you just go do your own thing? Like, why do you have to follow exactly what he did? Not saying there's anything wrong with it, but it's always been weird to me when people do that. Never got it. Never once got it. The thing that stokes my fire the most is just doing the mission of the comic book and doing things that fulfill my life. And I don't like any stress around me. I don't like people who cause stress around me. Like, if you're gonna do that, fucking go away from me. And if you have a problem with me, then figure it out on your own, because I don't want to be a part of it. I'm sorry. I don't have the time. And if you do have a problem with me, then you should probably ask yourself why. Because, again, I don't like creating problems. I don't like being around people who create problems or stress or anything of that nature. But that's the truth. You have nothing to lose. Just go do what you want to do in life. And you're like, well, I have no idea how I can go become like something or move to Paris or like, you know, if you make up excuses, then you're gonna stay where you are. I mean, you better throw that shit out the window right now. I didn't say, oh, I want to create comic books and then say, but I can't draw, and then just not learn how to draw. I fucking taught myself everything. I taught myself video editing, you know, all kinds of things. Because I set the mission in place. I told myself I was going to do it, and I did it. I wasn't lazy. I didn't blow it off. I didn't say I'll do it tomorrow. I did it when I said I was going to do it. And these aren't goals, really. They're not goals I'm setting. Because goals are like something you know you're going to achieve, right? That's what a goal is. I'm going to achieve losing 20 pounds in the next 6 months. And I'm going to set that goal. These aren't goals. This is my life. This is more than that. This is the life I want to choose. I want to live. I feel like I'm that guy from Return of the Living Dead, where he's like, you think this is a fucking costume? It's a way of life. It's a way of life. Hey, Bartman. Hey, Bartman. If you can find a greasier burger, you're in Mexico. Krusty the Clown. I can't do a Krusty the Clown. So anyway, I'm always running out of gas and still plowing through, but I'm out of gas on this recording. I'm just stressed out, man. And not because of work, but because I have to go to it. I don't want to work in a shit job anymore. I don't want to deal with people. I just need to, like, become a mortician or something. I'd rather deal with dead people than real people. As always, thanks for listening. A couple things to announce. People are still buying my book, which is really nice. My novel that I finished a year ago. Maybe a little longer. I don't know. I finished it though, and it's out there. But people are still buying it. It's called Super Punks. SUPER space PUNX. Super Punks. And I'm very surprised that people are buying it because, you know, it's been out for a while. I thought the initial buy would be, that's it. Mostly friends and family, whatever. But it wasn't. So thank you everyone for doing that. You can find it on Amazon. Buy it. Buy a copy. I appreciate it. Number 2, my friend Louie and I are kind of collaborating on an Instagram page. It's called Coagulated Ink. Louie came up with the title. And we've just been dicking around on there a lot. And doing fun stuff. He does tattoos. I do comic books. Recently I just posted a like a tattoo, like if I was gonna get a tattoo of a Sailor Jerry type of girl, you know, like what would it look like? And I just kind of did like a basic ass tattoo on there. So you can go check it out. Anyway, man, I'm rambling, huh? gonna stop drawing for a second. So you can go check it out. We have a lot of fun on there, and we're already growing, even though we barely posted shit. So go check that out. Check the book out. Just check out Louie's Instagram too if you want. It's at Louie Tattoo. Louie Tattoo. And he's got some good stuff on there. Obviously, you can find me on Instagram at Cyberpunk Holiday. If you're not already following me, that would be fun. Trying to think of what else. So I don't know. I guess that's it. Thanks for listening.